Everyone wants to attain financial stability, but the question is how? Yes, you have money and savings, but is that enough? To achieve the financial freedom everyone wants, you have to have the correct money skills. In today's video, we'll be sharing with you the top 15 money skills you need to increase your financial status with. Let's start with number 1, which is to remind yourself that no one became wealthy by saving. Unless you're saving millions of dollars, saving money won't automatically lead to a rise in wealth. What you'll do with it will ultimately determine whether you become wealthy. Cash or liquidity, or saving money, is valuable for two reasons. It serves as a safety net in case an emergency occurs. 3 to 6 months worth of expenses for a living should be saved up. This will help you get by until you can fight back and start earning again. The second benefit of money saving is that it opens doors for you. Cash is king when negotiating a better price for yourself when an excellent investment property or business opportunity arises. Secure the investment and start constructing your wealth portfolio. We'll discuss that later. Second, assets, savings, and liabilities. How much jewelry you own and the type of vehicle you drive are not indicators of riches. Having valuable material possessions or financial assets can be transformed into a form that can be used for a business. Therefore, if you believe that a Maserati may be sold for cash, the truth is that it's actually a liability rather than an asset. You must pay for car upkeep, insurance, fuel, and depreciation. However, an interest-bearing investment or a piece of real estate is regarded as an asset and contributes to your wealth and long-term benefit. Your following savings are what you have left over paying all of your costs, and they have value and may be sold for more money than you invested in them. These can be supported to increase in value and generate a profit for you, or stored away to collect interest while you sleep. Having liabilities means having obligations or expenses. We mentioned the Maserati, but it also might be a credit card, home loan, phone contract, or deceased student loans. Even your lease agreement is a liability, because in essence, you're obligated to pay it. By subtracting your obligation from your assets and savings, you can determine how long you can survive without working. The longer you can live with your money, the more you have financial stability. Third, put taxes to work for you. Small earners frequently pay more taxes than necessary because they fear the tax collector will visit them, while the wealthy prefer to use taxes not to avoid paying them, but to their advantage to become masters of finance. You must take advantage of taxes. Learn more about the tax system in your area and country, and how tax breaks can be used to safeguard your money. Investing and saving for retirement typically provide tax benefits, while keeping your money in a current account could result in you paying more tax. Holding property through a trust or corporation may be more tax advantageous than doing it personally. To keep more of your money instead of giving it away, utilize the tax you save to invest and then save for additional taxes. Fourth, master the art of using other people's money. The poor or middle class frequently make the error of employing their own resources. There's a widespread aversion to taking out loans and accruing debt. Going into debt to purchase a new watch, pair of shoes, or even a vacation is undoubtedly wrong, but obtaining loans with manageable interest rates may allow you to enhance your income. For instance, you might run a service that needs equipment or own a business that involves upgrading real estate or purchasing better equipment on credit. You can therefore have a loan or debt as long as you are confident that inflation won't be out of hand and your business will be successful enough to pay off the debt whether or not your business prediction comes true. However, suppose you do the numbers and find that you can double your sales with a speedier service or charge more for upgraded homes. In that case, the loan repayment becomes manageable and your firm becomes viable, which brings us to the following topic, number 5. Not less spending, more earning is required. Cutting back rarely solves a financial problem. We eventually give up and revert to our previous spending patterns. The easiest way to make more money is to earn more, even if it's never a good idea to go over your budget. Perhaps this will result from a pay increase, job transfer, or a side business. When your mind is open to the notion that the world is rich and you only need to tap into bringing more money in, it's possible that your firm has become sluggish and needs a productivity boost. Your perspective will expand on what you can do to get that additional revenue. 6th, basis points are used. This term is frequently used in the financial report segment of news reports, so you've probably heard it. We're here to explain the meanings of all these complicated financial phrases, so you can start understanding financial terms. Basis points are actually relatively straightforward. If you take a percentage and divide it by 100, each of the hundredths of a percent is a basis point. In other words, 0.01%. So, why do we need them while talking about money? When discussing interest rates, we must be precise down to the most popular. Therefore, they are employed to ensure that even minor changes are mentioned because when talking about billions, a quarter of a percentage point can equal millions. Therefore, the next time you hear a difference in basis points of 50, you'll know the interest rate has changed by 50 basis points. 7th, recognize your financial needs. You've decided that you want to earn more money to spend more on it. Now's the time to determine how much cash you actually require. When you start making more money, it'll be simpler to guarantee that you don't just spend more of it, you use it intelligently to increase your wealth. Most banking apps today allow you to label your costs, generating a fantastic pie chart at the end of each month to show where your money is going. As a result, you can compare an actual dollar and cent value for each category instead of our usually inaccurate estimations of what we spend on things like food and entertainment. Knowing these facts will also give you more power to estimate how much wealth you have left to accumulate. 8th, plan your retirement. It's easy as that. The sooner you start saving for retirement, the sooner you can retire. As a result, most nations offer some sort of incentive for retiring workers. This is known as a 401k in the United States. If not, consider a private retirement fund option. Because most governments reward you for taking care of your retirement needs and avoiding becoming a burden on the state, there are several tax advantages to investing in different retirement funds. Because retirement investments are made with money, they can never be considered a loss. Compound interest is what you'll need to cash out on long-term investments like this, so the earlier you start, the less you'll have to spend since interest will begin to handle the real earning for you. 9. Keep your money safe. Although the phrase diversify may have made it sound like something folks on Wall Street would do, it is untrue. People have diversified for millennia to protect or increase their wealth. Collectibles, real estate, and priceless family heirlooms have been popular ways for people to store their money for a cloudy day. The only significant danger in this situation is theft or damage if not properly stored and insured. This is not a significant risk. The actual threat to your wealth is having it all in one location. If the economy collapses, your country experiences inflation. Or there is an economic catastrophe, having all your financial assets held by a small number of financial institutions could leave you in a bind. Primary financial legislation may be spelled out in your home nation. Enter Bitcoin, a tool that helps protect your money while diversifying your investment portfolio across savings, real estate, and business. By doing this, you lessen the chance that all will be lost. While your investments may rebound following a deposit, you might discover that the value of your properties is still rising steadily, and that all of your wealth is still expanding overall. 10th, sleeping while earning money. To comprehend money, you need to look beyond how many hours you work each day. You can make money while sleeping if you invest even the tiniest spare change in the appropriate area. You should open an interest-bearing account so that while determining how to go with your finances, the money is at least working for you. Much like investments, put your money to work, or perhaps you can start with a little sum of money to develop an arbitrage firm that likewise requires a largely hands-off strategy. Tim Ferriss, one of the greats in money management, advocates a 4-hour work week to make your money work for you while you sleep. 11th, when budgeting your monthly income, follow a rule. Elizabeth Warren isn't your typical politician, but she has made some bold decisions in her career. Regarding financial concerns, she leaves the policy's realm ivory tower and enters the real world. She spent most of her tenure in the Senate advocating for a social safety net, economic opportunity, and consumer protection. She advises anyone looking to improve their financial situation to divide their salary into 3 equal payments. Spend half of your income on necessities, 30% on wants, 20% on investments. This is regarded as wise counsel and is also called the 50-30-20 rule. Number 12. Making money is not your meaning. You're missing the point if your strategy is to milk every last penny out of the dollar. The days of jacking up costs and driving down prices to earn a quick buck are over. To create a stable income, you must consider how you might benefit your employer, clients, or customers. People are naturally willing to pay you extra when you add distinct and indisputable value. This does not entirely protect you from suffering monetary loss or being taken advantage of. But generally speaking, seeking to add value rather than aiming to earn a quick profit is a far better approach to accumulating wealth. Next, we'll approach this in a slightly different way. Regarding financial contracts, the 3 words terms and conditions make us all want to flee in terror. Reading your T's and C's and understanding what you're signing is a brilliant idea. There are 3 things you should look for and comprehend before you sign anything, even if it's impossible to know all the specifics of every deal. 13th, become familiar with the T's and C's. The first is banking costs. Paying bank charges resembles like seeing the dentist. Although it is a necessary evil, there are ways to reduce costs. First, if you maintain an account balance above a specific amount, certain banks will waive their fee. Watch out for this and work to keep it up. Next, moving to the following type of account can be worthwhile if you're paying a fee per transaction. If it offers limitless transactions for free, larger packages may also occasionally pay for themselves through savings or on gym memberships, trips to airport lounges, and air miles or points. The second is credit cards for number 14. You can hack the credit card system if you read the T's and C's. Many credit cards provide interest-free credit for 30 days. This means that as long as you reset the card to 0 every 30 days, you won't have to pay anything for the free transactions or the security of always having a little extra cash on hand. Many credit cards offer complimentary insurance when you make certain purchases, such as complimentary travel insurance when you make flight bookings. So keep an eye out for these benefits and use your credit card as a savings tool rather than just a pricey means of accessing credit. Watch out for clauses that mention inactivity fines, and if necessary, swipe for a minor item to avoid this. For number 15, it's investment fees with the T's and C's. The expenditure ratio is the principal cost associated with an investment. This is most frequently the case when investing in a fund with a diversified portfolio. Essentially, this is the sum the investor charges for managing the fund. It is expressed as a percentage of each dollar invested. So if you invest $1,000, your expense ratio will be 30 basis points. Basis points translate to 0.3% on $1,000 or $3 as your payment. Although it may not seem like much today, keep in mind how much it adds up and try to negotiate for a lower expenditure ratio. Expense ratios can change from 0% to 1% in extreme circumstances. And that is it for today's video. We hope that you learned a lot and use this knowledge to attain financial freedom that you deserve. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share this video. See you with the next one!